Hi, my name is Julia Marcato. I'm from Troop 3993, and today I'll be performing a monologue from Lacey's Last Chance by Gabriel Davis. My father was a wonderful man who waited on me hand and foot as a child. My mother used to jokingly call him the slave. When I grew up, I hoped to find a husband as loving and selfless as my father. Instead, I found Frank. I used to give Frank 30-minute back rubs, which he asked for. He refused to give me back rubs unless I begged, and then only for what, 30 seconds? There was this one time where I broke both my arms. They were in casts. And yet, I continued to give Frank his back rubs. The doctor told me that if I kept using the muscle in my arm this way, I would have permanent damage and I would have shooting pains for the rest of my life. When I told this to Frank, he said that I was exaggerating because I was lazy and didn't care about his back. One day, I decided to finally stand up for myself. After a while of giving Frank a back rub, I turned around and said, "I gave you half an hour, now you give me half an hour. What's fair is fair." Frank decided to tell me, "Oh, but I thought you gave me back rubs because you loved me, not because you expected anything in return." I explained to Frank that I do love him, but it would be nice to get something in return for once. After this, he called me selfish, and that I should probably decide to be more selfless. I tried being selfless for a while, but then the shooting pains in my arms got so unbearable, I decided it would just be so much easier to kill Frank. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't I just leave? But the apartment was so nice, and I was the one who found it in the first place. Why should I have to give that up? I suppose the biggest difference between me and Frank was my inability to assert myself. Maybe if I had asserted myself to back rubs and to my arms and to the apartment, I wouldn't have had to kill him. I guess maybe, perhaps, I fluctuate between being too passive and too aggressive, and I should probably find some sort of middle ground. Nah.